Say hello to my little friend. What's up, fish tank people? Dustin's Fish Tanks bringing it to you on a Sunday, baby. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. In today's video, we're going to show you a little bit of progress here at Greenhouse 2.0. We're also going to talk, most importantly, on some lessons in how to grow your fish. Quickly, I'm going to loop in some old wise fish tank legends on this, as well as show you the difference in just 2 months time of some massive growth we've got out in one of the loaches here at 2.0. Let's check it out.
So before I go inside and show you my big daddy, I want to show some of the planting we're doing out here. Naturally, I always pick windy days to make videos. Got these awesome trees right here, and the plant lover in me is trying to get them to be the same species. So the tag says the same species as these, but there's actually a slight difference. Shout out to my man Ryan for planting those and getting those going. But it's an important lesson for your aquariums as well. The dude that runs his mouth consistently about the importance of substrate is digging out gravel. Had to use a sledgehammer to get that out of there. Giant rock of whatever concrete crust. So I'm down here on my hands and knees digging out all this. Big wire you can see left over, and there goes my tree again. Peace out. So we are having some fun getting this planted though. Substrate matters. That's why I'm on my hands and knees getting rid of these 57s, so there's better better dirt underneath this. All right, so one of the things that we do when we prep for a new import is we clean out the basins, and I'm going to show you this one. We just let it sit dry, get full ultraviolet sun, kills almost any and all, you know, snails, algae, whatever. And I'm going to show you how we were doing that with another one over here and the fish we got out of it. But check this out real quick. Over here, this is the project this weekend. I'm going to stand inside the door to show you. We're going to grade all this out. Got to bring them 57s, boy. Get them 57s up in here. So we got these. So we're prepping to build 2.2. So we want to get this back part graded out. It's not nearly enough dirt. I've come to realize you can spend a ridiculous amount on dirt. That's about $600 worth of dirt. And my dude Parker's going to come over here and he's going to grade all this out. And then we're going to put down some 2s, put down some 57s over there. And then we're going to plant, or we're going to make a bunch of these in the coming months. They're just going to sit out here in full sun and grow some of our bread and butter plants. And I want to show this real quick. This is a Hygrophila salicafolia coming out of the side of that rock. Nature finds a way. There's one of our in-house crenums. Ryan's plants a couple of swords down in there, a Madagascar lace. And then we've got a little bit of boost. You can see the water flow from last week. I talked about how the flow is going here. That's a SB6 flue vault pump down there, flowing all this like that. And the crenum really enjoy that tremendously. A lot of water flow. And we're having a little learning with that. It's been nice. But let me show you these loaches. Sometimes I think the fish tank gods shine upon Dusty as the sun hits me right when I say sun shines upon Dusty and Ryan. The Golden Dojo Loaches, boys and girls, are out. And we have 4 Goldens, and they're all 4 here. And then 3 of them are right here, the small ones. So you can see that one down there, that one down there, and then that one right down there. All living it up. And then there's Big Mama Jamma over there. Big Mama, come out. We're gonna net Big Mama and show you Big Mama. So as a young boy, I had a Golden Dojo Loach. As an older man, I had a Golden Dojo Loach called BPP. BPP stood for Big Pink Penis, ha ha ha. Golden Dojo Loaches are up there near and dear to my heart. Ryan was smart enough to bring in some weather loaches a while back, looked just like the Golden Dojo Loach. And they got ginormous. One of them got sick. We even healed it. We got love for these loaches, right? So we took the loaches and we put them into a 125 at the end of one of the basins. We were concerned about keeping them in the basins originally. The loaches were purchased around Christmas time, a couple weeks before Christmas time, okay? This is being shot a little bit into May. So I'm gonna call it 6 months for easy numbers. 6 months in, about 2 months ago, 2 months ago, one of the Golden Dojo Loaches
jumped and apparently knew where he was going, down into one of the basins below. 2 months later, the growth of this fish is unbelievable, and I think there's valuable lessons to be tied into this. First and foremost, it's all about the diet of the fish, right? Diet of the fish. This fish is able to eat all sorts of things. It's able to eat snails. It's able to sift through the algae, which we see it doing quite readily all the time. It's also able to, and this is what I think is like fish growth steroids, I think it sifts through all of the leaves of the plants and eats the snail eggs off, slurping them down like, you know, Popeye and spinach or whatever. It slurps down all the easy to eat snail eggs off of the plants and just grows like crazy. This is literally a 60-day difference in this fish between the size of it and the size of others. So I think that's a really valuable lesson. But don't take my word for it. Check out what Tory Brown talks about here in this clip when him getting super large Cory cats. And of course my man Gary Don't Carry talking about what he feeds his fish.
That's actually a breeding albino Cory tank.
Okay, and look at how fat his fish are.
We just store
like just really well fed. What do you feed these guys? You can tell they're just bulging. Is that because they're getting ready to spawn, or is that?
Well, both.
Both?
I feed them very well. I feed a lot of frozen brine shrimp because it's easier to keep the tanks clean.
Okay. Still rocking an undergravel filter too. I like that.
You know, live baby brine shrimp when they're smaller and feed better flake foods. Good frozen brine shrimp, bloodworms. If you're into live foods, certainly feed that. But quality foods is really a key for, rainbows.
And rainbows.
A lot of these rivers are just mud bottoms or just gravel bottoms, so there's not a lot of vegetables for them to eat. They're out there eating shrimp off the bottom, or eating insects off the top, and just about anything that'll fit in their mouth.
They eat insects, whatever, so don't really think, because I was always a 70% veggie guy, and you're saying you can go heavy with the live foods, meatier foods, not a problem.
And also one thing I do on my breeding, or by feeding my fish, I give them 1 day off. So one day they starve, so let that all go through digestion.
That's a huge tip, folks, because a lot of people overfeed to begin with, so you let them have 1 day off. Now, do you do any, you hit them with everything different? I mean, what's your feeding like?
I like to feed a lot of different things because, you know, I like pizza, but if I eat pizza all the time, you know, I might be kind of unhealthy. So you have to feed pizza, you have to feed the steak, and, you know, veggies too, and all the things. So that's why I like to do bloodworms. I like to do
You're the man. Thanks,
fried shrimp.
Fried shrimp, McKrill? Okay, even krill, even though it's a saltwater?
Yeah, you know, yes, certainly it's high in a lot of astaxanthins and everything else, and the freeze-dried stuff is good. You know, mysis shrimp. If you get
mysis.
If you've got the big rainbows and they can handle a mysis, a frozen mysis, yeah, that's perfect. So they eat a lot of they're omnivores. They'll eat a lot of things, but good stuff. You know, you don't get the real cheap food that's loaded with carbohydrates, because carbohydrates just aren't good for any fish, especially rainbows. They just don't.
Okay. Go ahead.
Say hello to my little friend. Slurps snail eggs like protein, like Popeye eating spinach. 1 loach, 2 loaches, 3 loaches, and then Big Mama just went over that way somewhere. How great is that? We're gonna beef them all up. Mascots. Tank on.